up by
There's a little
Cannon.
bit of a gap in the grass.
I'll,
It's right down there.
It's Lafayette, if you look it up.
Okay.
It's really a great. It's got to be nice weather though.
This is amazing.
Because
Not
it
worth
can all,
it.
well, it's pretty high and it can be really dangerous up there.
Okay,
When you need,
What I'll
and
talk
it's not
about
like
at the meeting is the land use.
Okay.
And anytime you cut timber, you have to have a place to process it and load it onto trucks and chip the chips and do the various things that need to be done. And what I want to do is, starting right here, to clear this tree line all the way down next year, and then probably the year after, stump it, grade it, clean it up so that we go out to about just before the edge of the actual power lines themselves. And that will make an area that will plant in grass and be field most of the time, but the processing of the logs will take place over there and the trucks will be loaded here. At the same time, we have a single access to the property on this side, and it's down the road in the middle of the corner. It's in a horrible place, and it goes up into Bompa's dump. And I've talked to the state, and they're going to allow us to move that access down here. So what we'll do is create a spot down here where there's a culvert and some firm material to be able to get vehicles in and out. But we don't have to do anything to this. It's an old roadbed, so it's perfect. I mean, it's the logical place to take advantage of what we already have. And when this was logged about 30 years ago, a little over 30 years ago, this is where the landing was, right here. These were little bitty trees at the time. They were just starting to grow up. But it's going to cost about $3 grand to cut all of this all the way down there, feed it all into a chipper, into box trucks, and take it away. All of it. They have to all go. So this is a field. No, it's just going to be a field. It doesn't go anywhere or do anything.
And it's the power line.
It's the power line. It's the power line. No. No, they won't, because there's only one place to get off the road, and what I'll do is leave that uninvited. They can't get on it now, and it won't get any better than that except when we're harvesting. When we're harvesting, we'll dump a load of crushed gravel into the opening, and then we'll have a way to get in and out. You wait a minute. And then we'll have a way to get in and out, and then we'll take that back out when we're done, so nobody can drive in comfortably in a vehicle. Because you don't want people driving in. Now, people walk in, what do they do? They walk in. In fact, we don't post our land, and I have no trouble with people walking on the roads as long as they don't make a mess and don't dig them up or anything with ATVs. I actually encourage snow machines in the winter because that gives us tracks to ski and snowshoe. So, yeah.
So ATVs find this outside and
Well, it's not. There's going to be no signs. ATVs
no,
come.
right, I know.
Yeah, but if somebody, if somebody was behaving themselves and simply meandering through, I'd have no problem with it. If somebody started, running up the steep hill and digging up tracks and whatnot, then they'd be told to leave. But we really don't have a problem. I have a few people that hunt here in the winter without permission, and usually I find them and speak to them. I like to know who's on the property because I do have a couple of people who hunt with permission, and I don't want too many people out here at once shooting each other. So, it's desirable to keep that under control. So that's basically the tour, except it will start back up, and got one other thing I want to show you on the way back. Yep. Yep. That's where it is. Probably 2 to 3 years. Yeah, because there's a whole area up there that needs to be cut. And we need to get the revenue well. It's good stuff. So I finished the thought. When we're all done with the woods roads and the landing and everything's complete, we'll have somewhere between $9,000 and $10,000 in it, and we will cut enough timber to put all that back in the account when we're done, so that we will keep current. I mean, it's a short-term expense.
How long a cycle?
Well, we will probably be talking about 3 years from now. If we cut the landing this year or next year and do the stumping and grading the following year, then shortly after that we'll actually do a harvest if the market is suitable. I'm watching the market, so we're at least 2 years to get out of this recession. So, if that, if we get it.
But by then they'll be exchanging wood.
That's right.
Now, are those trees that are being cut, some of them only 30 years old?
No,
They're older. The
oh,
timber
they're way
that
old.
was
Those
done
big
for-
pines up in there, they're 100-year-old pines, 80 to 100-year-old pines.
All those trees going?
No, just the biggest ones
You
and the
missed
worst
the first
ones.
part. We'll let you know. You can see the video.
What we'll do is, it'll be the really big ones, Barbara, the really big ones, if you leave them much of any longer, they get red rot and they have no timber value. And so you take the really big ones and you take the lousy ones, the ones that are crooked, everything else you leave. And that way you have good stock coming to provide seed for the next growth that comes because you've opened up and allowed the light to come in.
I just have a tree man this week that's talking. It's a little different in residential areas.
Yes.
We really want to leave some that would be taken out under these conditions.
That's
We're
correct.
taking those that have problems, and we've got some big
That's
problems.
correct, yeah.
But it's a little different here.
It's a
in the
different
woods.
purpose. You
But
like
as
the
long-
shade, so.
Yeah. Well, as long as some of those are just continuing.
Oh yeah, oh there's going to be tons of them left. We're not clearing it by any means, but you want to take the good stuff when it's
While
good.
it's good. While it's good.
Yeah.